Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. And on today's show, I'll introduce you to a retiring local college golf coach and the changes that are underway at the Learning Center and the clubhouse at Walnut Lane for the first tee. The 27th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the first tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
For over 2 decades, First Tee has created experiences that build character. We believe every kid deserves to feel supported, safe to try something new, and to be prepared for what comes next. We develop their swing, but more importantly, their inner strength. Because we know what's inside doesn't just count, it changes the game. Come join us at First Tee.
Well, welcome back to Inside Golf. What a beautiful spring day. This is like the third one of the year, I think. Maybe the second. I'm not sure. My math was never that good. But we're in the sunshine. We're at Walnut Lane, and we're talking about the, well, for want of a better term, facelift here at Walnut Lane in regards to the clubhouse and pro shop and everything else. We're with Bill Hyman, who is the executive director of the First Tee of Philadelphia, Mike Brown, the president of the First Tee of Philadelphia. You've seen them before, but once again, with a project like this, we got to find out what's going on. So I'll put the question to you, Bill. What's going on here at Walnut Lane?
Well, we have a long overdue renovation of our clubhouse. I think
This has been around since what?
Well, the course was built in 1942 and the clubhouse sometime in the mid-60s.
Right.
Clubhouse, very overdue for a facelift.
It needed some tender loving care.
It did. It may have been maybe the ugliest, most unsightly clubhouse in the United States. So we're going to take it to the next level and really make it something that our kids in the community can be proud of.
Brownie, this isn't the first time that you've been through a project similar to this with the First Tee. Not that long ago, up at John F. Byrne in Northeast Philadelphia, a similar project was done, turned out beautifully, and this, I'm sure, will be no exception.
I agree. We've had great support from our architectural partners as well as the community itself. When we told them we were going to do this, they weren't sure what was going to happen. Some of the people of Walnut Lane have saw John F. Byrne. They're really excited about what they're going to see here when it's all said and done.
What will be, you think, the reaction when they see this thing? Right now, it's sort of in the demo stage of the project. In a few months, though, it's going to be beautiful. I've seen the renderings, the pictures, whatever, and you won't recognize Walnut Lane, at least when you stand here on the First Tee, will you?
You won't recognize it, but it's something we're all going to be proud of. I think the community will really embrace it, but for our kids, it's really a safe haven. Some of the stuff we're doing most recently, we'll have bigger classrooms, so after-school programming will take place even more. And I know we were talking earlier, we have 11 different high school teams that play here. It'll be a place for them to get a nice snack and then play their high school matches. So it'll be more like home again.
Yeah, and Bill, we talk about what happened at Byrne. Give me an idea, the amount of rounds of golf that are played both here at Walnut Lane and also at Byrne in the course of a golf season.
Well, and not that long ago, probably 5 years ago, Walnut Lane had 12,000 rounds. I know when we took over John Byrne in 2019, they had 8,000 rounds. This past year, we did almost 40,000 rounds at each golf course. It's amazing on a daily basis. Same amount of play at each golf course, almost to a player. I mean, they're within 25 rounds at each golf course. So we've just increased the rounds incredibly. And our kids play for free. The kids love playing golf. I was there at John F. Byrne yesterday in the pouring rain. We had 4 kids playing golf. And we want to just, open these golf courses up for our kids to give them access to golf.
Yeah, and with the addition of a new clubhouse and a place to grab something to eat afterwards and things like that, it's pride not just for the first tee, but for the people who come here and use this as their golf course, right? I mean, when they see something like this going up, like they did at Byrne, it's like a wow factor.
It is, and it's nice. They take a lot of pride in the community asset, and it's great in partnership with the city of Philadelphia. We've been given some time here for 20 years to be able to operate and to be able to improve this amenity for the community and for our kids, and for them to really appreciate it and to take advantage of this is really beneficial for us.
Brownie, I don't know how much background you have in architecture. I know you like to play the game of golf. You've seen a lot of great places. Did you and Bill sit down with the folks at Kimmel Bogret, the architectural firm that you've hired at both Byrne and here, to say add a personal touch to what's going to be developed?
Well, I just said, are they going to have French fries in the shop?
That's all you care about?
That's all I cared about. We're smart enough to really leave it to the experts. They brought us renderings. What do you think about this? Will the classroom space be enough? Is this safe? And I think they've done such a great job of coming up with something that will be useful and safe for the kids. I mean, one of our main mantras is give the kids a safe haven to come to. Give the community a place that's safe. When this is done, there'll be a pride about, look at what they've done, look at how they're investing in us. And every guy that comes to play here, they're going to stop in and they're going to have a hot dog and they're going to have a beer. And all that helps us, generates revenue, which then helps us do more for more kids around the community.
Yeah, the curb appeal, as they say in real estate, is certainly going to be improved. Let's talking about the architectural abilities to change this place into something like you've never seen before. Let's meet the gentleman who is responsible for the design here at the new Walnut Lane. Well, let's meet the architect, Joe Horan, Kimmel Bogret. You've been there a long time, Joe. You're a young guy, but that's been your job ever since graduating from Drexel University. Let's talk about this project because, in a kidding way, this is sort of like giving you a mulligan, if we can stay in the vernacular of golf. You were the architect for the design at John F. Byrne a few years ago, well, a couple of years ago, right? Now you're here at Walnut Lane. How would you describe what was here and what it's going to be?
No, this building was an interesting, unique space from the early 1960s, and it was a building that did not embrace the golf course. It was, we'll call it bunker-like, and now it's an opportunity to create this space for the kids and the community that is going to really open up and look at the golf course and be a welcoming environment, not this inwardly focused space.
What are some of the ingredients? What will be inside this building, which is now in the construction phase behind us? What is going to be available in terms of like a simulator room, classroom, because of the first tee's emphasis on, developing the whole person?
Great amenities. We have 2 new simulator spaces, learning classroom for the kids, a new pro shop, which will be, full of wonderful Walnut Lane and first tee attire that can be purchased. And then also in the addition will be, cafe area with opportunities to get, snacks and a beer before going out on the course to play around.
And a couple afterwards. And Mike Brown, you heard him, he wants some French fries. So make sure you got a kitchen ready to go, deep fries, whatever way he likes them. Brownie's got to have his French fries.
There will definitely be French fries.
Okay. Put them on the menu, Brownie's French fries. How about yourself? I mean, what is it like being an architect, seeing what happened at John F. Byrne? Do you get personal satisfaction when it's all said and done? What's it feel like for yourself in any project, but especially this project? How personal does it become for you, the architect?
Yeah, it is one of the, unfortunate to be one of the most satisfying jobs that I think is out there, where we're able to take, the first tee's vision, and we're really the translators of their vision to create it into an architectural solution. So I have a lot of personal ties to this project because of, the mission of First Tee and the impact that it's going to have. Having played at Walnut Lane for many years in high school, having that personal connection as well, it's really satisfying. So.
Well, good luck to you. Thanks for what you've done both at Byrne and now here at Walnut Lane. With so many young people and older people who aren't necessarily members of First Tee will certainly come here and enjoy the experience at the new Walnut Lane. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, we'll be back. More to come here on Inside Golf. Stay right there.
Hi, Tony Salucci with the Beacon Group of Companies. If your company has between 50 and 500 employees enrolled in your health insurance plan, there's a really good chance we can reduce your costs significantly and increase the benefits employees receive. How do we do it? We put you together with several thousand employers of a similar size across the country so your company can get amazing buying power. Schedule a conversation with one of our employee benefits specialists today at mybeacongroup.com.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. You know, 35 years at the same job is a long time, unless you really love it. Like Bob Lynch, the golf coach at St. Joseph's University, had the job for 35 years. This is his last year, and he's going out in style as a group of friends and former student athletes, golf team members at St. Joe's said thank you to Bob and good luck with the rest of your career. Let's meet Bob Lynch and the people that celebrated his outstanding 35-year career as the golf coach on Hawk Hill.
It is an honor to salute this remarkable individual. He was our first golf coach and took a group of misfit toys and brought us all together in a way that we learned a lot from our experience on Hawk Hill. Yeah, Bobby's one of the real unsung heroes. You know, I like to say is he flies under the radar, but all the different players he's touched, I mean, it's just some true success stories. You look at Michael McDermott, Terry in his new role, Terry Scullin, the new head golf coach. The fact that I became a golf coach was because of Bob Lynch calling me at a Phillies game saying University of Penn's looking for a golf coach, and lo and behold, 3 years later in an Ivy League title, I followed in his footsteps. Like many of the coaches and administrators at St. Joe's and the Jesuits that taught us, the university community is such a powerful influence in your life, and Bob was the embodiment of that.
That's why there's so many people here today. He just has like a way about him where you just love to be friends with him. And as far as playing under him, I was grateful to have an opportunity to come down here from New Hampshire and play for him for 4 years. The players that he has all feel they all root for one another. Just an incredible, the morale around the team. So if I could bring that with the younger guys that I bring in, they fit into our system. They're St. Joe's men. And I think that's important to have that kind of camaraderie out of what he's been able to build.
I'm not sure there's ever been a coach that has been to more player weddings than Bob Lynch. And I think that's a sign of the program that he ran. You know, the golf community in Philadelphia, listen, if you're trying to win a national championship, you don't go to one of the Big Five or Big Six schools in Philadelphia. But what Division I golf looked like in Philadelphia was a lot of really good people that loved the game, that played it pretty well. I mean, you know, there were plenty of players came out of Philadelphia, St. Joe's Temple, etc., that could really play. And I think I was fortunate. For me, it was a period of real growth in the game of golf as a person too. And I think that Bob Lynch just fostered an environment that we had fun, we played hard, we played our best, we knew we weren't going to win the national championship, and just had a really memorable, positive 4 years.
I mean, you spend 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in the van traveling some of these tournaments, so just hanging around Coach, I mean, he kind of just gives off that like homey feeling, if you were to say. We're all Hawks, and it's kind of that, like, you know, never give up mentality. And you see it out here with some of these guys, you know, just grinding over 4, 5, 6 footers for par, and they came in second, which is awesome. Would have been nice to come in first, but we'll take second out of 7. And no, it's awesome turnout, and it shows, you know, what he means to all the guys on a Tuesday to have 60 guys, 50, 60 guys come out here.
Yeah.
So,
Did you play golf at all?
For him?
No.
I helped drive the van a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad raised 5 of us, and we're all close in age. So I think 35 years ago, he took the job to get away from his kids. He needed a break.
But then joke's on him because he got about 100+ sons out of this too. So this is a awesome supportive love here for him. So we're pretty pumped. It's pretty cool. I went to St. Joe's back in the 2000s, and just running into a lot of golfers in the past 20 years, and how much love they have for him. And it's funny, whenever they bring up my dad, it's always with a big smile, and that's one of the best parts about it.
He doesn't like the spotlight. He's not going to like this. And he just kind of, his main focus has always been developing these young men. When I was a student on the golf team, we had 3 coaches in 4 years. And Miss Ryan said one of the things we're looking for is stability in the program. And here we are, right, 35+ years, and we've got that. Obviously, we had that stability and so much more, but he's been a great coach, a mentor to these young men, a role model, and I think also a great ambassador for our university, because they go all over the place, and you couldn't ask for a finer representative of St. Joseph's University.
Coach Lynch, thank you for your commitment to the student athlete and their welfare and for the good of the university. Certainly over a 35-year period, much has been done. You spent a lot of great weekends with some great young folks. So your dedication and loyalty is unmatched. So we want to thank you.
The guys that I've had the pleasure to coach, they've been special. It's just something. My wife Monica's been behind me the whole way. We have 5 kids, wonderful kids who will now have their families. We have 16 grandchildren that have all been part of, I'll say, golf world, but really special. Events like this, obviously get me choked up, but they've obviously been a huge part of my success.
You could not meet a nicer guy, whether it's a golf coach at a college team or whatever, than Bob Lynch. Well done, my friend. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, Teed Off.
Our Teed Off panel is brought to you by Lulu Country Club.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues now from the back deck at Lulu Country Club in Upper Dublin. A little breezy. It's actually blowing from behind me, which is good because we're right in range of maybe getting zonked by a golf ball. But that's okay. I mean, it's out of bounds, but the wind will keep it in bounds and we won't get hurt. Right, Joe? Joe Logan's back with us, folks.
Good to be here.
Joe from myphillygolf.com. He's been writing about Philadelphia golf literally forever. Harry Mays, frequent contributor to Inside Golf, and you can watch him on his podcast, Swing It and Ding It, every week. And this is Sean Palmer. Sean is the director of golf for all 3 of the Union League venues. He's also the general manager at nearby Liberty Hill. The hottest golfer in golf, Sean, right now is Nelly Korda. Nelly Korda is on a roll, folks. Getting ready later on in the month to go out to Lancaster County and Lancaster Country Club, maybe win the U.S. Open. But first of all, here's a kid, and she's young. She's still like in her 25, 26 range. Seems like she's been around forever, right? Came out of high school in Bradenton, Florida, went right to the LPGA Tour, and she's been there ever since. She's sort of an anomaly, right?
Yeah. It's awesome. It's great to see a player gain that much momentum, and to think it reminds me of Caitlin Clark in Iowa. It's getting a lot of visibility on the sport, which is really needed, and women's golf is awesome. I cannot wait to go to Lancaster. It's one of my absolute favorite golf properties in the world, and they put on a great championship, so it's going to be awesome to see.
Yeah, it sure will. Lancaster Country Club, Harry, set the record for attendance at a U.S. Women's Open. That was 9 years ago. 135,000 for the week, and they expect it's going to go up, and it will really go up. It's almost a no-brainer. If Ms. Korda comes in there on a roll of like 5 straight and winning already 1 major this year, that's going to be a big event.
Yeah, and it's exactly what I believe the LPGA needs. They need a big star and an American star. They've been wanting this to happen ever since the Korda sisters came onto the tour, and Nellie, like you said, has the one major, had the health issue last year, which took her out of a lot of events, but is just on fire right now, and really identifies with young girl golfers. They look at her like the Ricky Fowler and the Rory McIlroy of the PGA Tour for younger male players. Like they love Nellie Korda. The more she wins, the better for that exposure.
And Joe, her pedigree, her father was a pretty well-played
professional
tennis player, right? He won a major.
Won a major, yeah.
And here she is in golf, but that's an odd combination, right?
Well, heck, there are any number of people who play tennis and golf. Kuchar, his wife was a tennis player.
Matt Kuchar?
Yeah.
So is his son.
Yeah, and he plays tennis with her when he's not playing golf.
Right, and he's a good ping pong player. Well, tennis and ping pong, but not tennis and golf.
I understand.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, watch yourself with that pickleball. But getting back to Nellie Korda, you said, Harry, she is the person on tour right now in golf, maybe that everybody wants to watch. She was asked that question, does she want to be the face of the LPGA Tour? And she said, no, I just want to be as competitive as I can be. Maybe she doesn't want the pressure of having to go out there, and having to win all the time. I don't know. It depends on her chemistry,
yeah,
her background.
That's her personality, and she's being true to herself probably, and sort of like Scotty Scheffler's true to himself. He's not really out there seeking attention. His golf game does the talking, and hers is doing it right now too.
Yeah, it certainly is. And who would have thought, Sean, that a couple of years ago that we'd be talking about her as the hottest golfer out there, either tour or 3 tours, right? I mean, if you count live.
It's interesting to see the distinction with how diluted, like we talked about, both tours are on the men's circuit. So it's great to see the uniformity with the LPGA Tour and what's going on, and it's just good to have a star.
Now, we've talked on the show before. I'm sure you get information and talk about it yourself about the boom that golf has gone through. Do you see it on a day-to-day basis, say at Liberty Hill or wherever you are in the world of golf at the Union League, more and more younger women getting involved, kids I'm talking about specifically?
We do. We see a lot, and post-COVID mostly, golf regained that connection of what's important, how to connect with your children. I think the narrative has completely changed with golf. It used to be golf takes too long to play, especially for young mothers or families. As you get these kids getting into golf, because during COVID they couldn't play lacrosse, they couldn't play basketball and many other sports. So the enrollment for PGM, Professional Golf Management Universities, is higher than it's ever been right now because so many teenagers during COVID got into golf. And my argument to that conversation is always, there's no better way to spend 4.5 hours with your child or your grandchild than on a golf course without a phone, in nature, in a character-building sport. And I think that's really sticking.
Yeah, I know it's interesting too when you go around and you see some of the tees that are up maybe 100 yards from the regular women's tees or members' tees. That's a big part of so that these kids don't get frustrated and think they're going out there on a 7-mile walk. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, make the game easy for people to gradually build up the confidence.
I try to use them too, Harry.
No? Well, you'll go back to them. No, but you know my point, right? How frustrating is it to say, oh, I'm playing a 600-yard hole when you're like, wow, what are you talking about?
I do. And for example, like at our Tarsdale course in Northeast Philadelphia this year, we're opening our short course, which is a par 3 course. It's meant to be
That's
that gateway.
Becoming a big part of country club golf.
Yeah, I'm just talking to many pros in the area, and a lot of clubs are looking into adding that in. It's a great gateway from going from the range tee to the first tee and introducing people to the game.
Yeah, and nothing against simulators, but I think the short courses are going to take over as we move on here in the next phase of whatever golf has to offer. Gentlemen, thank you. Back with more of Inside Golf in just a moment. Monco All Access is brought to you by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
If you're searching for a great round of golf or a beautiful banquet space, look no further than Pinecrest Country Club, which has all in one.
We do weddings, bar bat mitzvahs, corporate events, birthday parties, social events like that. We recently renovated the entire upstairs, so with the new banquet chairs and the carpeting and the remodeling of our pre-function space where we do cocktail hour, most people compliment on the renovations and the spaciousness of the property. They also like the fact that we only host one event at a time. So when you are here, it's just you, your family, and friends for your event.
Pinecrest is a great place. It's a good public golf course here in Montgomery County.
We do a lot of outings. We do a lot of events. It's a really, really nice layout amongst all the houses that we have here. Having a golf course here in Lansdale that's public, it's really an asset for all those people. During the week, we have a lot of seniors. We have a senior league on Tuesday mornings, which is really, it's a fun league to play in. Friday, Saturday, Sundays, a lot of younger players come out and play. So it's busy all the time.
For more on Montco Golf, check out valleyforge.org. And of course, stay tuned for more of Montco All Access and other features on public golf courses all throughout the county. For the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, I'm Rachel Riley.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free!
Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead, freak out.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Can't close the show without saying again, congratulations to our good friend Bob Lynch. 35 years as the head golf coach at St. Joe's University. Well done, my friend. Also, we can't wait to show you when it's a finished project at Walnut Lane. That's going to be some clubhouse and learning center at Walnut Lane. I'm Harry Donahue. We'll see you next week here on Inside Golf.
The 27th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.